Hello, this is part two of our World War One nitty-gritty lecture, the backstory, the rest of the story of how there were so many resentments and ambitions festering beneath the surface, more than meets the eye. So we're still talking about the Balkans on this slide. This triangle here kind of shows you the Balkan region of Europe. You can get an idea of where it is. A lot of ports there, kind of in between some powerhouse nations. Speaking of those powerhouse nations, the territory of Austria-Hungary, the territory of Russia, which is over here, and the territory of the Ottoman Empire all wanted more power and more influence and wanted to kind of best the other empires in that Balkan region. Now, it wasn't just external forces. The Balkans also had internal conflicts. Ask your parents about there was a terrible, in the 90s, this genocide that occurred in Bosnia. Ask them, they probably remember that. I mean, this is age-old rivalries and desires for ethnic freedom, recognition. There were intense nationalism among Serbs, Bosnians, Greeks, Montenegrins, Macedonians, Croats, Slovenes, Albanians, Bulgarians, Romanians. The most common language group in this region is Slavic, which also the Russian language has roots in. So we're getting to know the Balkans. And Bosnia and Herzegovina, if you just look at that little peach country there and all that green of Europe, that's their location. So across the Adriatic Sea from Italy, just south of Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, there they are. A beautiful region, mountainous, really old classic buildings. I'll show you a picture from inside the country in a couple slides. Serbia, who is nearby, Bosnia and Herzegovina, just to the east here, felt that they were the leader of all of the Balkan groups. And not all of the people agreed on that, but the Serbians were kind of the self-appointed leader of all of these Balkan groups. The Russian attitude toward Serbian nationalism or Serbian desire for leadership, the Russian attitude is supportive. Both Serbia and Russia have the common Slavic identity. And there was kind of this understood agreement that if the Serbs got what they wanted, they would increase Russian influence and also undermine Austria-Hungary. And then if Russia had more influence, of course, they're going to get those warm water ports. So Russia and Serbia are kind of have this agreement, kind of like we're distant cousins with our language, and we're going to work this out together. Now, how was it for the Austrian people, especially towards the Serbians? They were against Serbian power, and this lovely photo is from Bosnia-Herzegovina, so it would be a really fairy tale type place to visit. The Austrians feared a domino effect, that if Slavic nationalism increased, if they had more power as a people, then the Slavic peoples living within the Austria-Hungary borders would perhaps rebel and try to overthrow the Habsburg Empire, which in a way sort of happens. Tensions between Austria-Hungary and Serbia just keep percolating and rise to a boil in 1908. Austria-Hungary is trying to fix the problem by annexing Bosnia and Herzegovina, but actually Serbia is furious about this, and we'll explain why this was not okay with them. So here is a map for you of Austria-Hungary in 1914, and I love this map because if you look at this, what's outlined in red, all of that was the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Look at all of the extra land they have compared to the countries that we know today. So compared to what we know today, they had half of Romania. They, of course, had Hungary, but it was over here. Or it's over here today. They, of course, included Austria, which is much smaller today. They included Croatia in their empire. They annexed Bosnia and Herzegovina. They were taking that over. Slovenia, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, part of Russia, Poland. So they were really encroaching on all kinds of lands. This was really an empire. Think Rome. Like they're trying to